Hello, Joy family. Welcome to the Joyful House and welcome to our tea party. Let's see who we have here and who we can welcome in and give some great big nugs and joy to. All right. I want to welcome in Candy Nuggies and Miss Margie is here. And so if you will, help me give a great big Joyful Eagle shout out to Margie. So glad you're here, Margie. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling much better, my friend. Been thinking about you a lot. All right. And let's see. And Miss Paula is here. Nugs. And Samantha is here. Nugs. And we got Jen in the house. Hello, beautiful friend. Nugs to you. So glad you're here. Hello, my sweet Dawn. Thank you so much for your phone call this morning. It really meant a lot, as you know, in many ways. So thank you for that. And, oh, is Candy heading out? Oh, she did in her very first comment. Good night, all. I'm sleeping, Nuggies. Well, good night and sweet dreams, Candy. Let's see. And Kim G is here with us. Hello and nugs to you. So glad you're here. Thank you guys so much. I know that I say it every time. Please don't get tired of it. But I love it when you guys come in and greet not only myself, but everyone in the chat. I love it the way that you guys love on each other. All right. Let's see. I am doing a little bit of multitasking, so bear with me. Okay. All right. And we have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help me give a big joyful eagle shout out to Tiffany. Welcome to the Joyful House. So glad you are here. And she said, hello, Miss Cynthia and chat friends. I hope you all have had a nice week. That is so sweet. I love it. I love it. And everyone is greeting each other. And Nightbot is giving out great big nugs too and telling all of our new friends that it is just a great big hug around the neck. So I appreciate that. Margie says, I am feeling better, but still taking it easy. Sure. I'm so glad. Did you go live today, Margie? I apologize. I ended up taking a little bit of a nap. And Mr. Joyful woke me up in time to grab a quick bite to eat before coming on here. But let me know if you went live today, my friend. All right. And I am at the bottom of the chat. So let me grab my book with all of my notes for tonight. That might be a little bit helpful. Okay. Sorry. If I hadn't taken a nap, I'd probably been a little bit more ready for tonight. All right, almost there. Joy House Tea Party. There we go. All right. Well, the next thing I'm going to do is it's a tea party, right? So let's do our tea time. Tonight, I have chosen my Eeyore mug that says, thanks for noticing me. Y'all know I'm a big Eeyore fan. And this mug actually is a shout out to my friend Eden in Australia. It was a gift from her and I appreciate it, but thanks for noticing me, says Eeyore. If he's not saying that, then he's usually saying, I lost my tail again. All right, so I got our water heated up here. So let me get this poured. And there's just a little bit of steam coming off of there still. I don't know if you can see it or not. But nonetheless, it's still very hot. All right, so we're almost getting to the end of this advent calendar for our tea. We have made it to number 19. And again, of course, it's a Christmas tea advent calendar, so it's going to probably say something Christmassy, but it says Dandelion Detox. Clear your body, mind, and spirit with a digital detox day. Okay. In other words, I was trying to say that we're all on our technology way too much. All right, so let's check out our little tea bag here. It is caffeine free. And it is a dandelion detox. Dandelion, nettle, and milk thistle. This is what it looks like. And the ingredients are dandelion root, dandelion leaf, nettle leaf, burdock root, red clover herb, milk thistle seed, lemon peel, cardamom pod, lemon myrtle leaf, and it says it is organic. It is a detox and renew, and there's actually a little warning on here that says consult your healthcare provider prior to use if you are pregnant or nursing, taking any medication, or if you have a medical condition. Well, I'm definitely not pregnant and nursing. Hello, beautiful Angela. Welcome to the Joyful House. She says, hi, Cynthia and everyone in the chat. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing fine, drinking water and working on my first penguin. Ooh, that means you got your other project finished. Love it, love it. I know I'll be sharing out one of your projects in just a few minutes. So look forward to more pictures of your finished makes. All right, and everyone is saying hello to Angela. Thank you so much for that. All right, so nothing really unusual about this color of tea, but that is our tea bag dry. And let's dunk our tea bag in and get it wet. Hello, beautiful Laura. Welcome into the Joyful House. Now, it does become a little colorful when it's wet. Can't believe I didn't smell it beforehand, but I'm not sure what that is I smell. I'm not gonna lie to you, it kind of stinks. And it's turning my tea kind of a dark color. I have to be careful over my keyboard, but we'll let that seep a minute. And let's hope it tastes better than it smells. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Oh, Paula, she says she is working on the Stranger Things blanket, and I'm so happy about that. I have not really done a whole lot. I will show you later what I've been working on, but I haven't done a whole lot, and I haven't done any more to the Stranger Things blanket since we were last together. It is still on the tutorial table in the craft room. I'll be honest, it's a big thing to pull it off of there and get it set back up. So please forgive me that I did not bring it to the studio tonight. But I am glad that you're working on it. Margie says, go back and read my comment. Oh, I see it. I did skip it. So sorry. No live stream today. Still not feeling ready, but maybe next week. I completely understand, my friend. I completely understand. I feel bad. I feel like I've kind of let my parents down this week. I've not been over there at all, but I do call and check on them every day. And they're doing great, y'all. They're doing phenomenal. Thank you, Lord, for that. But I'm just going to be honest. I've had a rough time since pretty much last Saturday. And I'm so grateful. I finally get to go to the doctor tomorrow, and I am so looking forward to it. There's a lot going on. And my mom is a little bit upset with me that I haven't already reached out to my doctor, but there are reasons that I didn't. And I am very curious and anxious and excited that I am seeing her tomorrow and hoping to get some answers and some clarity on how to move forward. My sugar has remained in the 400 since last week when I last talked to y'all at the tea party. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple more complications going on that can be fixed with antibiotics. But nonetheless, I've been out of insulin since Sunday, so I've been on absolutely nothing. I have been so weak and just fully exhausted all week. I'm going to the bathroom every hour. And with that, I'm going to speed this up because we're probably going to cut this a little short tonight, just simply because, yeah, right now, I love y'all. Y'all know that. But right now, the bathroom has become my best friend. So, or at least I'm trying to be positive about it. So we're going to move along. We've got another eagle in the house. If you will, help me give a big, wonderful, joyful eagle welcome to Kim. Welcome into the joyful house. All right. And thank you guys for welcoming Kim in when she came in. And she says, hi, everyone. Kind of stressed with getting a new kitty with my prey drive dogs and have my sister's Yorkie coming for a week. Oh, my goodness. So I'll just be listening, lurking as I pick up my mess. Understandable. Oh, my goodness. 4 furry friends in the house at one time. Wow. Bless you, my friend. Bless you. Margie says, Tuesday, I see the doctor for my post-op appointment. Oh, I hope all goes well. I hope that your doctor is pleased with your progress, but I hope that you will listen to your body over anything and everything else and just take it slow as you need to. Thank you, Kim. She says, Margie, good luck and hope it all goes well. All right. And Kim G is here with us. Nugs, nugs. And she says, Margie, Southern best of luck with Kitty. Aw. All right. So while we're letting our tea seep and steep and whatever else you want to call it and cool off a little bit, it's a perfect time. Oh, Margie, thank you for the emojis to help me keep my place in the chat. I appreciate that. It's time to celebrate our birthdays and our Joy Team anniversaries. But first, let's celebrate our birthdays. We have a couple of those this week. So if you will, let me get those up on the screen. Want to wish a happy birthday to our friend Lisa Knits from Lisa Knits and Vlogs. And then our friend Uriel under the screen name of Uriel, Heaven's Guardian, and Anvita. So if you guys will help me sing happy birthday to our friends. And if you don't think I have your birthday, please let me know when it is. And even if you think I do, just make sure, because I want to make sure that when your special day comes around, that we celebrate it all week long, because, well, you're worth celebrating. Now, I get not everybody celebrates their birthday, so if you don't celebrate it, I understand and I respect that. But if you do, please make sure I have it. All right, help me sing happy birthday to Lisa, Uriel, and Anvita. happy, happy birthday to all of our friends that are celebrating their birthday. All right. Next, I want to shout out 3 of our Joy Team members that are celebrating their 2-year anniversary. So if you will, just take a moment with me and help me celebrate our friends that are celebrating their anniversaries. And I think I did it again. I think I forgot to upload it to the tea party. So I'm going to have to go over somewhere else and get it, but that's okay. That's all right. Let me see here. If I'd been thinking about that ahead of time, I could have done that while we were doing the birthday video. So pardon me, forgive me. All right. I think it's over on movie night. So let me go over there. Well, I'm not seeing it. So I tell you what, we'll come back and celebrate them after I show you the movie of Everyone's Finished Makes. So bear with me and we'll come back and take a look at that. All right. I can't believe I don't have that. I thought I uploaded that. Oh, I did. I did upload them. Okay, here we go. Happy anniversary, 2-year anniversary to Mishy, Trayvon, and Vicky Oodles. Y'all, I'm so sorry that when I thought I was playing Trayvon's, I was playing Mishy's again. I'm trying. Like I said, hopefully tomorrow we'll have some positive results. All right, let me check the chat real quick, and then we're going to go to our joy word. All right. Thank you to all of you that were saying happy birthday to all of our friends that was celebrating birthdays. Thank you, Tiffany, for wishing all of them a happy 2nd anniversary. I appreciate that. Nisi is in the house. Hello, Nisi. Welcome in. She says hello. Pardon me. I'll be listening as I lay down and rest. And she says a blanket hello to all in the chat. Well, I am so glad you're here, my friend. Hope that you get some rest. Thank you all so much for welcoming Nisi in. And Tiffany. Jen was welcoming Tiffany in, and Laura was. Thank you. And Tiffany is welcoming them a hello in back. All right. Our joy word for tonight is overcome. Overcome is our joy word. And the definition for that is successfully rising above a difficulty. Successfully rising above a difficulty. But here in the Joyful House, our intention for this word is to face our challenges head on and triumph with determination. So face our trials head on, our challenges, challenges head on and triumph with determination. So that is our joy word for the night, overcome. All right. And I explained this last week, told y'all I wasn't going to make a big deal about it, so I'm not, and I'm just going to share that I have set our goal for the night. All right. We have some new Joy family. And I want to thank all of you because you do such a great job of going over to the community page and welcoming our new Joy family in, welcoming our new Joy team members or our Joy team members that are returning. And so I thank you so much for that. And just a reminder that if it says Joy family, that means that they've joined the channel. And if it says Joy team, that they are a paid member. So I want to say thank you because you guys do such a great job of welcoming them in. So our new Joy family for the month of June so far is Jennifer Redgate, Shelley Kelly, Michelle BD, and Live Your Dreams 491. So thank you so much for coming over and joining and being a part of the Joyful family. And this is not only for our new Joy family, but this is also for everyone who's here, because the Joyful House wouldn't be what it is without all of you. So I don't want to just, you guys can welcome in our new friends, and I'm going to welcome in our new friends, and I'm going to welcome in everyone that's here. So this is for y'all. All right. So as far as announcements go, I don't really have a lot of announcements. Just a reminder, and there was one out on the community page for the Traveling Box of Joy. That is starting very, very soon, and I'm so excited. We've just about finished getting all the neat little things that we're going to be putting in that box. So I don't have a count yet of how many items are in there because we're still putting things in. But anyway, that is going to be starting very soon. If you are interested in being a part of the Traveling Box of Joy, you need to send me an email with your name, address, and phone number before July 1st. At noon, July 1st, I will be cutting that off so I can get everything prepped and ready. And the first the box will first mail out on July 17th. And so I don't know exactly where it's going to first because I still have folks that are signing up for it. So once I have everyone signed up, I'm going to plan out a path, and then I will be getting in touch with all of those individuals and letting them know what's going on and what they need to do and be prepared for and when to expect it and all of that stuff. And so I'm going to keep you up to date with everything before it even airs on the channel. So very, very excited about that. So again, if you want to be a part of the Traveling Box of Joy, you have to sign up by July 1st. Now, don't worry. When I ask for your phone number, that is only for my use. It is not for the person that will be receiving your name and address to send the Box of Joy to. So the phone number is only for me. What else? What else? There is no movie night tomorrow night, as I've said it kind of more than enough in this live. Mr. Joyful and I will be going to my doctor's appointment tomorrow. We are also closing on our house. We have refinanced it to help lower the mortgage rate since I am not currently working. But you know, God is good because I did so great last year. When we went to do that, they told me that because I always make a payment above what I had to make, I paid off 38% of our loan last year. God is good. God is good. But we're also taking out a loan to repair the roof on our house, which will also lower our rate when we're done, because right now we're paying like the highest insurance possible because of our roof. And then we're going to have a big birch tree taken down. And I really want to do the birch tree before we do the roof, so that when that birch tree comes down, if it happens to hit the roof and damage it, it's not our new roof, it's the old roof. So we're doing that tomorrow morning at 10:30. And then we have my doctor's appointment at 2:30. And then, and that's about an hour from the house. The bank is right here, or the lawyer's office we're going to is right here in town. In fact, it's my old boss's, he's not my boss anymore, my old boss's mother-in-law. So how cool is that? But anyway, then we're going to drive an hour away to my doctor's appointment. And then when that is over with, we're planning to go celebrate Father's Day with my dad, because we did not this past weekend since I wasn't feeling that great. And then Jonathan is supposed to come over, but all of that is contingent that all goes well and I don't go to the hospital, which we're praying. So pray, y'all, pray. I don't want to go. I don't want to go, but I am going to take a bag and be prepared in case that should be a thing. All right. So no movie night tomorrow night, but we will start back with all of that next week. And Mr. Joyful and I are beyond excited and cannot wait. We have missed you guys and we've missed movie night so much. So watch party will start back next Thursday, and movie night will start back next Friday, and Bible study will start back next Friday, because there's no Bible study tomorrow either, because I will be at the doctor's when that would be going on. I did put out a new crochet project video, but we'll talk about that after I show you everyone's makes, because I'll be showing you what I have worked on, which hasn't been much over the last week, but I'll talk about that then. And I think that's it. We've had 2 episodes now of Welcome to My Playground. I hope you guys are enjoying that as much as I am. And I think that's it. All right, I'm going to check the chat, and then we're going to watch this video of everyone's finished makes. Yep. All right. Oh, and did y'all know that YouTube is celebrating their 20th anniversary this year? I did not know that until they sent some things to us content creators, and they celebrated their actual 20th anniversary was February 14th, 2005. So on February 14th, they celebrated their 20th anniversary, but they are still celebrating it all year. So happy 20th anniversary, YouTube. Let's do a joy dance for YouTube. Happy anniversary, you two. All right, Miss Margie had dropped me some emojis, and I see some of y'all have been so kind. Let me go back up and find Miss Margie's emojis, and there they are. All right. And Miss Margie, thank you so much for your sweet gift. And I have a gift for you as well. Let me see. This is for you, Miss Margie. Thank you so much for your gift. And as y'all know, these are going on a super chat wheel. And if we meet our goal, then everyone that participated gets 5 extra entries. And we will actually be spinning that wheel next Thursday. Yay! As well as our big giveaway wheel. And going forward, Mr. Joyful has told me that I can stop waiting every 3 months to spin that wheel. We can spin that wheel every month. So we'll be doing 2 giveaways at the end of the month here in the Tea Party. And we'll start that next Thursday. All right. So thank you so much, Miss Margie, for that. That was so sweet. All right. And Tiffany, thank you so much for your gift as well. Nugs to you, my friend. And I have a gift for you too. This is for you. Thank you. All right. All right. And that's a great reminder, Nightbot. If you want to share out your channel, just drop the word joy in the chat and Nightbot will share out your link. And I agree, Samantha. Thank you so much, Margie and Tiffany. Yes, Jen, that was very sweet of them. All right. And Samantha has shared her link. Thank you, Samantha. What is our temperature right now? It is currently, it's almost 9 o'clock at night and it's 87 degrees outside. So it's a little on the warm side for us, but it could be a whole lot worse. So we'll take it. Paula says, today my temperature was 84 and now it is 75 degrees. Honestly, I thought it would be a little bit cooler than what we're having because we had a downpour earlier, which is what helped me sleep very, very well. Tiffany says that's a good plan to get rid of the tree first. That's what I'm thinking. That way, again, if any branches or any big tree trunks happen to fall on the house, that it's not going to, you know, impair that new roof. So, oh man, I forgot to send in a picture of my project from last week. I'll take care of that before next Wednesday. Awesome, awesome. Well, we will definitely share it next Wednesday. Margie says, I still need to send Cynthia a picture as well. Well, you, my friend, I know have been a little bit busy resting as you should be. So I'm very grateful to wait for that. But yes, we'll look forward to sharing that out with everyone next week. All right. Did I miss? Oh, I did. I am so sorry. Kim, thank you for your gift. She says, thank you, Cynthia, for all the joy you bring us. Actually, you guys bring me so much joy. That's why the Joyful House is joyful, because it's filled with the joy that you bring. Kimberly, I've not called you Kimberly, I think, except the very first time I met you. Kim, I have a gift for you, my friend. And here is your gift. Thank you. Now tell your new kitty to behave sweetly like this. All right. And you guys, if you will do me a favor, I would like to, if I can focus on what I'm doing, I would like to actually share something to Margie, Kim, and Tiffany for their gift, because it's not only a gift to help support the channel, but it is definitely a gift from the heart, and I want to recognize that. All right. Let's go over and hey, Suzanne, welcome in. Nugs, how are you? All right, let me pull up screen here and welcome to all of our beautiful makes from our community of friends. Here we go. Yay! All right. Thank you so much to all of you who shared your beautiful makes. Oh my gosh. I know we had seen some of Laura's stained glass and mask before, but she shared them out again. And I was able to share them all in one video this time, which was really cool because then you got to see the differences between her masks. But you guys, that stained glass, what a beautiful talent that is. And again, I thank all of you that shared your makes all the way from Australia. Lisa got some in there again. So thank you, thank you. And those of you that are finishing up some projects, I would love to not only be able to see what you've been working on, but also to share them out with our friends. So email those to me if you will. All right. Let me check the chat, and then I am going to show you what I have had on my hook, although it has been very minimal. Nonetheless, I will show you what I do have. All right. And Suzanne, they all did such a beautiful job. And she says, nice makes. Margie says, love everyone's makes, right? Right, Samantha? They were so nice and beautiful. Tiffany says, great job. Jen says, all beautiful makes. I completely agree. All right. So I am going to share the link for anyone that wants to come up on panel. I promised Samantha, we had a beautiful play date yesterday, and I promised her that I would allow her to come up and show the progress that she's made on her Boggy Creek blanket. She is playing yarn chicken with the very end of it. So we're hoping and praying she has enough yarn. But I'm going to drop that link in the chat. If you want to come up, just come on up. I'll leave you in the basement until I'm finished. And then that way I can turn it over to anyone that's coming up. But there is the link in the chat now. And trying to get better at this. There's supposed to be a way that I can pin it to the top. So let me see if I can remember how to do that. And I think I just did it. So if somebody would let me know if that actually did pin to the top, I would appreciate it. All right. So last Friday, y'all know that we were traveling to Atlanta to take my sister to meet up with her boyfriend and neighbor to go all the way home to Alabama. And on that trip, I started a project that my middle son, Jonathan, asked me to do for his home. And that was, he's looking for some dishcloths, pot holders, a special cloth, and I'll explain that in a minute, which I think I've already done a little bit on Welcome to My Playground, so I won't do it too much here because I don't want to be redundant. And he wanted some pan holders for his cast iron frying pans, so I've been working on that. But on the trip, I pretty much started a set of pot holders just to kind of play around with it and get a feel. If you've ever made these double-sided pot holders before, you know that there's nothing in the middle and that they can slide a little bit and pull apart. And some people don't like that. So I played around with mine, and this was the first one I made. And if you look closely, you can kind of see it a little bit. There's a tiny square here that I put in the center, hoping that it would eliminate that, and it does. But because I know it's there, you can see that it can still kind of fluff from itself, but it doesn't in the middle. It doesn't slide because of that. But I'm sure that once I point it out, you can see it. You can see that there's something there. I don't like it. So on the second one, I ended up going through the center seam here, and I stitched it down so that it is stuck to both sides as well and can't move except for on the end pieces, which are not going to slide because that center is tucked down. I still don't like that. So then I played with another one because I was trying to come up with using the same pattern. I wanted one side to be one color and one side to be another color, or a solid and a variegated. And I've played around and played around with that. And I've not yet been able to successfully come up with a way. But I did come up with this, which is not one corner is one color and the other, but I do like this. And my son, he surprised me yesterday and stopped by on his lunch break because his job actually brought him to Newberry to put HVACs in a renovated building that's being renovated on Main Street. And he saw this one and he says, I love it. And I said, well, this one's not going to be yours because I have your colors picked out, but I will make one a set like this. So I am making him a navy blue solid like this with a light gray stripe through it instead of a dark one. And then he'll have that light gray solid with a navy blue stripe going through. So he does want these. We've agreed that he can take my test ones and he's going to put them out on his grill, and he'll have it out on the grill because those will get, dirty faster with grill stuff. But anyway, but I'm going to make him a set that I just said, and then I'm going to make him a solid red set, and then a couple dishcloths. I have attempted 5 different ways to make a pot holder where the sides could be different colors, and it just didn't work. So I spent enough time, like I'm talking a long time, wasting time on that. And if I could have gotten it successfully, it wouldn't have been wasted, but I wasn't getting it. So I'm done with that. I did make him 2 pan holders, a dark gray and a light gray. So this is the light gray that's going to go with his navy blue. And I'll have that to show you hopefully next week. Hopefully I will get more crocheting done than I've done this past week. But I did him one in gray, the dark gray and the light gray. And I'm probably going to do him one in the navy blue and the red. Well, actually, there's a different red that I'm going to do for the pot handle cover and the dishcloth to go with his red hot pads. But anyway, so I've been doing that. Well, then he wanted something that he could spread oil and maybe butter around in those cast iron pans that wouldn't burn his fingers because he's been using a paper towel. And again, I explained all this in Welcome to My Playground, so I don't want to be too in depth. And when it got hot, the paper towel started, pulling apart and whatnot. So I created this, which is a very small version of the pot holder. And he said that it could work, but he would rather it just he would like it slightly bigger. And if I can, a little bit thicker. And I said, well, if I make it bigger, then maybe I can fold it over in half because it will be bigger and stitch that up so that he's got more to hold on to with the thickness. And it's bigger. So going to work on that as well. All right. I apologize to you guys. Again, I have not done a whole lot of crafting in the last week. So I still have not gotten buttons on any of the baby outfits, but I'm hoping that next week will be different and I can finally get those done and get them packaged up and ready to sell. The only other thing that I have worked on, and if you got to see the crochet Project Heart video that went out yesterday, I did not add any more to Todd's sweater because after looking at it, I realized I had been doing it pretty much wrong since the 8th row. So yesterday on my play date, Samantha is my witness. I completely frogged all of it. And halfway through, Mr. Joyful came and joined Samantha and I on the play date, and we all frogged the other half of it. It was hard getting that a pack of yarn off because, number one, when I weave my ends in, I weave my ends in. And Samantha can testify, I was like fighting to find those ends. But I found them, got them all undone, and Mr. Joyful and I got the entire sweater pulled apart. Now, I could have gone back to the 8th row, but we decided, actually, Mr. Joyful just politely asked me to go ahead and frog it all the way back and just start fresh so I could start it from the beginning to make sure it was all done right. And I told him absolutely. And to be honest, he actually told me to just let it go and we could put it as the back panel of the sweater. But I told him, no, first off, this is a crystal bag a day pattern. We don't do it incorrectly. Number two, it's something I'm allowed to take my time at. So I want it to be right because, after all, I do take pride in my work. But number three, I love him and I'm using that a pack of yarn and I want it done right so he can wear it proudly and somebody's not staring at the back of him in church or something and going, those cables are not all going the same way. So nonetheless, I did get to spend a little bit of time last night and just a little bit of time right before we came on and I took my nap to do a little bit more. So I did get it started back and I'm going to just show you here what I got done. So hopefully I'll get a little bit more done before Tuesday's Project Heart video. But if not, then you'll see the same thing again. But anyway, so that's what's been on my hook. Today, between taking naps, I have literally worked on the eulogy and I have it done. I am so excited. It is a relief off of me to have that finally from here to there so that I can remember it. But I will be doing that eulogy Saturday. It is for my 7th grade science teacher who also was a church member and who had a big influence in my life growing up and kind of navigated me towards being a missionary and a youth pastor for as long as I was. So I'm very honored that I am one of the 3 people that her daughter asked to give a eulogy. So anyway, so that took a long time today, but anyway. All right. I am done. Thank you, Suzanne. and Margie, they let me know that it did pin to the top. I do have Samantha in the basement, so I'm going to be bringing her up in just a second, but let me just check the chat real quick before I do that. And Margie says, I think I have an idea on that. Oh my gosh, Margie, that would be the only reason that I would go back and try one. So I would love to see that. I was on a play date with Candy and we thought we had come up with a solution. I started doing it like a corner to corner, but it wasn't corner to corner. It was literally, you start off with 2 chains, crochet in the second chain, a single crochet. And then in the next row 2, we did 2 single crochets in each of those stitches. And then the next row 3, we just did a single crochet in all 4. And then going from there up, we were adding a single crochet increase on each end of that row. And then the next row would be all single crochet. And I was going to go all the way up to the width of what the hot pad would be, or the pot holder. And then I would mimic it and do another solid row of just single crochets in the middle. And that's what would create, so to speak, the seam that runs down the center. And then I would do the exact opposite of the other side. Instead of doing increases, we'd do the decreases in single crochet rows. But as I got more and more on there, the triangle was just not shaping right. So I gave that up. Then I tried doing it the same way that we're doing our mystery make-along wearable with the Joy team. That didn't work. And so I forget the other ways that I tried, but I tried doing like creating like half a side, and then I was going to do another half side and then put them together. That didn't work. I tried manipulating the colors, as we were going through the rounds. That doesn't work. And so I gave up. But Miss Margie, if you've got an idea, I would love to hear it. Otherwise, I don't like saying I give up because I'm not one to quit things, but it was time to move on. So not a quitter, just moving on. Jen says frogging can be delightful. Honestly, knowing that I had messed up so poorly, it did. It brought a lot of joy. But you know what? One of the other reasons I wanted to go all the way back to the beginning is, if y'all will remember, in the first live of that Project Heart, I was struggling to get that pattern of cables down, and my tension, believe it or not, shockingly, was really loose. And so there were some gaping holes on either side of the cables. And as you can tell now, they're not. They are just beautifully done. I mean, you can see like a hole there and stuff, but they don't like jump out at you the way that one did. So anyway, I'm happy. I'm happy. All right. I am going to hush. I do see you in the basement, Samantha. I was waiting till I finished. So I'll be right there with you in just a moment. Thank you, Margie. All right. And I am at the bottom of the chat. So let me bring Samantha up.
Hey.
Hello,
I'm still working on my corner to corner. It's getting close.
Well, it was getting close yesterday. So how much more do you have? How many blocks left?
And then this is how much I have remaining of the cake.
Well, you're getting close to the end, but I am praying that you have enough. She says she doesn't put a border on, so hopefully she'll have enough to get the body of the blanket made. How many blocks are you away from the end?
Let me, my yarn. How many blocks? Oh my gosh. I haven't finished this row, and then I will count how many I have.
Okay. Thank you, Laura. She said everyone did some great makes. They did. And so did you. Pardon me. So did you, my friend. And I just realized I was drinking my water during the video, but I haven't tried our tea yet. And it is definitely cooled off enough. So Samantha, while you're finishing that up, we're going to taste test our tea. What is it again? Dandelion Detox.
Ooh.
So,
Hey, Bridget.
hey, Bridget. Welcome in, beautiful. How are you tonight? She says, hello, everyone. Just dropping by to give my friends all the love and nugs. I love that. Thank you. Thank you guys for welcoming her in. All right. So y'all know that I'm typically not a fan of the flowery teas. Not all of them, but some of them are good. So let's try this dandelion and see what we got. Oh, wow. Woo. Y'all know the one last week wasn't that great.
Nope.
But it was a lot better than this one.
Hey, Tiffany.
Let me take the tea bag and kind of stir it a little bit and see if that helps.
Hello to you.
Thank you guys so much for welcoming our Bridget in. That's what it's saying, Bridget. She says dandelion tea is extremely good for you, which is why I'm going to suck it up and drink it. But let's have some more.
Hold on. I'm slip stitching and I'm feeling my.
It is definitely not my favorite, but most things that are good for you are not good. I'm so sorry, Samantha. I did not mean to cut you off.
It's all right. Have two more and then I'm going to figure out remaining.
All right. Well, we are here cheering you on, and we're all hoping that
God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh my God. Oh, wow. And I hope I don't put your 17 more decreasing. And then
we're going to have enough.
And I don't think I'm putting a border on because I don't want to put yarn chicken. So
I don't blame
whatever's left, I'm going to put into another Boggy Creek blanket for the kiddos with the scrapped yarn I have.
Yeah, but at this rate, you'll be lucky to have enough left. So we're hoping you do, though.
I'm hoping to finish it by tonight, or this weekend, or so I can put it in the video for next time.
Awesome, awesome. And then you can always come up and show it to us as well, but still send a picture. We'll do the video and you can show it in person. All right. Tiffany says, I'm sure dandelion is an acquired taste. Yeah, me too. It's not my fave. And in fact, do I have that? Oh, I do. Let me grab this. I'm going to kind of give y'all a sneak peek in an apple for Welcome to My Playground for next week's video. God. But our friend Taffy, you know, her husband's been battling diabetes as well. And so she has shared some things with me. And one of the things she recommended was getting cinnamon tea. Well, y'all all know that the apple cinnamon tea is like my absolute favorite, right? So I ordered some. And I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about it because I want you to watch Welcome to My Playground. I opened it on the video yesterday, but I had to end up closing that video down so that I could go to my play date with Samantha. And I was also trying to talk to Mr. Joyful and get dinner ordered. But anyway, so I didn't get to try it on the video because it was still so piping hot. Let me tell you what, this Ceylon apple mint tea, the real Ceylon cinnamon, woo, that's some strong tea, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I had to splurge a little bit. Oh, and I might do it. I might do it with the end of this tea. I had to splurge a little bit and put a little bit of Splenda in it because it was just a little bit too
tart.
Anyway, it just was strong, very strong. So put a little squirt in here. Mm. That helped. That make it a lot better.
Oh my gosh. I'm not as tired as I was on the play date today.
What's that?
You saw me yawning yesterday on our play date, and I said, I'm not as tired as I was.
That's good. She kept yawning on our play date, y'all.
Oh, God. Yes, I couldn't stop.
Bridget says, I'm hoping to finish my Kraken hat tonight and hopefully start the Predator one tomorrow. Oh my gosh, my friend, please share those with us so we can shout them out here on the tea party. Margie says she'll be right back. Bridget says you can also make wine out of dandelions as well as mix the greens in a salad. Oh, that sounds yummy.
No.
I'm about to finish it, you guys.
Oh my God. That was the first yawn of the evening.
What's that?
I just yawned. Oh my gosh.
Oh. And it's only 7:30 where you're at, my friend.
7:23. Oh yeah.
I'm done. All done. All gone.
And I did go to Pam's house. Say hello.
Yes, we're going to get out of here so that anyone that wants to go over and say hello to Pam can. All right. The only other thing I have to share, and I'm going to share it in video form, is just a reminder that, of course, not this Friday. Oh, not this Friday and not next Friday. Oh, no, I'm wrong.
Oh my gosh, Cynthia.
I know. Well, I'm not exactly able to think clearly right now. But anyway, we actually have 3 weeks before our next Real Delight because our first Friday in July is actually July 4th. And we will not be doing anything on the channel because I'm sure my family will be doing something. So I'll be spending that time with them. So Real Delight, pardon me, will actually not take place until I think it's Friday, July the 11th.
I can't do that night. Oh man.
So, so I'm not going to play the video.
I was looking forward to the movie, but hopefully show it again soon.
Maybe we can try. So I'm not going to play the video tonight. I'm just going to tell you what it is. So if you think it's something you want to see, then you can definitely go ahead and send me an email and I can get you on the list. But we are going to be showing for July in honor of Todd and my birthdays, our favorite Disney Pixar movie, which is the movie Up, UP, Up. So if you think that's something you want to come join us for on Friday, July the 11th, then let me know in an email. And on that morning of July 11th, I will send you the links that you need to come into the Zoom room to watch that. Because we do not do that on YouTube or StreamYard. All right.
Hey, Angela.
I'm done with everything I have for tonight. Again, you know, anytime we have a tea party, if you would like to come up at the end and share what's on your hook or just say hello, you're always welcome to do that. Samantha, thank you for coming up again tonight. I appreciate that so much. And continuing to pray that you are able to finish your Boggy Creek blanket, which is an amazing generosity that you're doing for Boggy Creek. But hope that you get it done with the yarn that you have left over.
I'm praying for it.
Good night, Angela. Nugs,
Good
nugs.
night, Angela.
Thank you guys for welcoming her or hugging her out. Good night. Kim G is saying good night. Good night, Kim. Thank you so much for coming over. And Dawn says, get some rest, Cynthia, and I'll be praying for you tomorrow. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that.
Me too. I'd be praying for you, Cynthia, that you find answers for your diabetic.
I appreciate that. Tiffany says, have a great night and weekend, everyone. I agree. Nugs, nugs. And Samantha says good night. And Jen says, later, Gators.
Later, Gator.
All right. Yes. And you guys, if you will help me keep Dawn and her husband, Joe, in your prayers as well, as they will be traveling tomorrow, a pretty big distance too. So if you'll help keep them in your prayers, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it, as well as I know they will too. All right. I'm trying to get this off the screen, and everyone is saying good night. I love it, Dawn. Remember, if you're feeling down, look up. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Be joyful. Stay crafty in your own way. Make your own joyful creations, and be the joy in everything that you do. Love you. Nugs and joy. Let your joy tanks overflow. Mwah. Good night and God bless.